Hey everybody, Brother Jimmy here with Sister Honey and my son Tommy. We're glad you're all here tonight. We got some exciting things for you with the portal is open, Jupiter direct, the retrograde season and what it asks of us. We got a lot to share with you tonight, so make sure you stay the whole hour with us. We're also going to premiere another song that my son Tommy wrote that is amazing, beautiful, and will light you up like a Christmas tree. Make sure to go out and share this video if you like it, comment on it, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're part of our community, let others know how what you're doing in the community, how you like the community. So again, welcome. We're glad you're here. Take a breath. Let yourself arrive. Today is a significant day in the field. Jupiter stations direct, and something that has been turning inward for months begins to move outward again. You've heard us talk about that quite a few times. We are not here to teach you anything today. We are here to gather, to orient, to receive together. Myself, Sister Honey, and my son Tommy. So let's open the portal and let's it begin and hand it off to Sister Honey so she can tell us what in the world is going on with this energy. Over to you, Sister Honey.
Okay. So we have Jupiter going direct, which actually means a lot of masculine energies coming in, a lot of intensity. And we want to also remember that we're in another bifurcation event. So not last night, but the night before, I think a lot of people passed away. So please put that in the comments if someone in your life decided to exit. We have to remember that it's a beautiful thing for them. It's important that we remember that and that we're not afraid of death, because death is basically doesn't exist. We just go into a different kind of consciousness without the body. It's definitely more free. So we're in this massive shift right now and this huge split that's going on. And we're basically in the throw it all up in the air and reorganize it and change the world type stuff going on. So I think that masculine energy coming in is really going to push that envelope. What do you think, Tommy?
Oh, I agree with you. Jupiter, he was known as the king of the gods. If for many of you that don't know, Jupiter is just Zeus. It's the Roman version of Zeus. So that's a lot of powerful energy we have coming in right now. And March is an amazing season. The spring equinox is getting ready to start. We're entering the Ides of March. Well, the Ides of March are tied to, actually the exact date is 315 when Julius Caesar passed away. So we have all that energy coming up too. And then today, 311, you had a lot of very famous things happen in the world on this day. Fukushima, many events that I won't even name because we're on YouTube, but it's a day we see a lot of energy that really tends to shift reality. So yeah, it's an amazing month. And this was the month I think your friend Kelly was talking about when we interviewed her, was March, and that energy that came during this month.
This is the crazy month.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. How are you feeling about it, Jimmy?
It's been a very interesting time for me. We know Mercury went retrograde on the 26th, but I usually feel Mercury retrograde a couple weeks before. And I've been doing that since 2020. I've been feeling it before it even comes. And the energy for me has been incredibly intense. I mean, I've been getting downloads like I've never felt before in my life. And I've literally had to, where it basically woke me up in the morning, kept me up all the rest of the night, just came pouring into me. Like it was just so much information piling in, and I've had to, really absorb it. It's been staying and sticking. And I told my son earlier today, I've never had my mind so clear in my life. And the whole system that I'm building out right now for Step Your Power, the Guardian system, was all downloaded. I mean, it was all downloaded during this period of time. So it's interesting. This is pushing the shift. I've been talking, and I know you, Sister Honey, been talking about the great stuff. I've been talking about the great separation, you know, the right or the left, the light or the darkness. Where are you going to vibrate? You know, I was telling TJ the other day, the most important mission I am on this planet for, and I know you two feel the same way, is to help people increase their frequency, because that's what matters. And that's where you're going to be at the end of the day, where your frequency is. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, I mean, the frequency is massive at this point, and raising your own frequency, not necessarily thinking about what you're doing for everybody else in that moment, and making sure that you're vibrating at a high level and that you're solid there. That's really important. And if you slip and I don't know, maybe something happens, then you come back up. That's important. And it's kind of this amazing time where, yes, we are splitting, and it's kind of the negative and the positive that are splitting. And it's what Dolores Cannon called the two earths.
Yeah.
But we've had this split happen already, and now we're going through another one. So there's a really interesting thing that somebody brought up, and she talked about the goddess. So she said the goddess returned, and the goddess that was, you know, basically having a hard time, and this is the goddess of earth, was having a hard time, went home. So what she was talking about, and a lot of us talk about the same thing, but we bring it up in a different way, especially if we're channeling it in. She was talking about the 3D earth, the version, the fractal that was carrying that 3D earth exited, and a higher version of her came in. And that happened way back in like January of 2025. So that happened right around then. It was like December, January. And as she took hold of this earth, we started to elevate, and all of the things that didn't work anymore, we started cleansing them out. Right? Really painful year last year. All the cleansing. So we are through that, and now it's action time. And that part of her that was elevated, the other part of her went off and healed and is now also back. So you have, just like you have multiple parts of your soul inside of your body.
Or fractals.
So does Earth. Yeah, fractals. So think of that as a soul.
It's like Gaia got a fractal of herself, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. An additional, yeah. So she is very, very solid right now. And if you think about Jupiter, what is Jupiter going to do? He's going to push action.
Yep.
And the masculine action going forward. So I think a lot of things are about to happen.
Which the horse is going to intensify.
Mm-hmm.
The gallop of the horse, the energy behind the horse. And then we're in, which my father talks about all the time, Pluto. The energy of Pluto is right there. So, I mean, there's so much going on as far as astrology goes. And yeah, my father, he's talked about it as the great separation, where these two timelines kind of split, right? One energetic timeline is on a lower frequency, the other is on a higher vibration. To me, I look at it is like a simulation. So to me, it's like a factory reset. And that's why we're seeing a lot less of the NPCs, which for any of you out there that don't know what they are, they're non-player characters. We're seeing a lot less of them because I do the decoding, so I know. And it's crazy how much more first player characters we're seeing. And that has to do with that separation and that reset that we're going through. I think, honey, that we go through these cyclical events numerous times. I don't think this is the first one we've been through. I think we've been through them over and over and over again. Me, you, and Dad have been there in many of them. You know?
Most of the audience too.
Yeah,
probably most of our audience too.
Yeah, a lot of them. I was just looking to make sure we're broadcasting on the other channels here, and we are, so we're good.
What do you think, though, Pops, about, because some of these people that are here now, they might not have heard your thoughts on that, your theory on the Great Separation.
Well, no, I mean, it's like who people call Jesus, but it was Yahushua, right? And he just understood how to embody the Christ light in the spirit fully. And he could increase his frequency and he could disappear out of dimensions. So if I'm in a 3D frequency dimension, I'm in a 3D dimension. But if my frequency is at a higher level that is more of a 5D frequency, I enter into that dimension. My reality is more in alignment with that dimension. And everybody can do it. And what's happening now is everybody's ability to do it, if they're doing what they need to do. And we've talked about this so many times on the Step in Your Power episodes, on the Energy Body Reset, on, the collective prayers lives, everywhere we talk about it, constantly we talk about it. If you're working on yourself and you're taking care of your nervous system and you're doing your breathing and you're doing your grounding and you're really working on you, loving you, forgiving you, taking care of you and your energy body and your energy environment and working on your frequency, you're going to see it. If you ain't seeing it, how many of you are seeing it? Like in the comments, how many people are seeing a difference in themselves? Like, are you seeing you're getting upgraded? Put it in the comments. Let us know.
Let us know. Put a 1 if you're getting upgraded, 2 if you're not.
Oh, I mean, they can actually spell it out.
Timeline.
I'm minding my own timeline.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do,
Minding my own timeline. That's a good one, though. I like that. We're going to star that one.
Yeah, really good.
Oops, accidentally gave him the wrong star.
And son, you handle those comments. I'm going to keep on taking a look at my notes.
You got a lot of 1s coming in. Well, it's easier. You just tell them 1 or 2, and it's a lot easier for people because then they don't have to write out as much, so they'll partake more. I've been just
it's really important that you are happy and that you get yourself. If you get into a situation where you're going into the negative, what are you doing to get yourself back into the positive? What are your things? I like to call them weapons of warfare because I'm a warrior. But what are your things? Like, what is your toolbox? What is it that you have? Is it crystals that you hold? Is it a song that you sing? Do you get up and swing your hands and dance around like an Indian? And I love Indians because I'm part Indian, by the way. But what do you do to make yourself happy? Because it's important to be happy, to feel good, because right now what you're putting out is coming back like almost, to me, it almost feels instantaneously. I don't know, Sister Honey, what's going on here?
It's very instantaneous. And I've noticed too that some people will say, oh, well, I'm doing this, I'm working on this, and then they'll deny it in the next sentence. But I'm not there yet. So if you feel the need to do that, just don't. Just hang on to that next sentence and really love yourself through the process and just enjoy yourself. I mean, really, what a time to be alive right now. And we're about to see so many things change. And will they change all at once? No. But they will be fun as they continue to change. And I think it will get easier as they start changing for everybody. And we're going to start to do a lot of community type things and hanging out in person and doing the things that we really want to actually be doing versus what we've been doing in the past. So let the past stay where it is. Let the old stuff fall away and let it be a positive experience. This reset basically is what we're going through. But it's a reset for the better into the 5D versus a reset that just like kept us in the 3D.
But if you're
All
vibrating in the
Oh, sorry.
3D, if your frequency is in the 3D, can you go into the 3D, son? Can you go into the 3D, Sister Honey? If folks are keeping themselves in the 3D frequency, are they going to end up
Oh
in
yeah.
3D?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
they can still go into other. It's all
They can go into other realities, but
yeah. It's what look you can. There's certain dimensions of reality, right? Let's just give an example and say there's 12 dimensions of reality. I'm not saying that's exactly right, but it might make sense why we use the number 12 so much. But say there's 12 dimensions of reality. So if you're vibrating low enough, yeah, you can vibrate down there in the 3D or in the lower eighth sphere, as they call it, the place where nightmares are from, where we got the word hell from, which really comes from heel, and the word heaven is from head, which is the higher state of consciousness. But if you vibrate on a higher frequency, now them higher realms, the higher ethereal realms are open to us, like 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D. Now we're able to vibrate much higher than we were before. And maybe we were always able to do this, right? But yeah, my personal opinion, I believe some people can still vibrate on a lower frequency, some can raise, but that's just my perspective. Honey, yours?
mine is that we're going to be in like a layer cake, and there will be some people that take a lot longer to let go of 3D behavior, but most of the 3D systems will already be gone. So then they will, and that's this reality. As far as what I, get from my higher self, source is done with 3D and 4D. So if someone chooses to be in the 3D, and I'm talking about polarity, jealousy, gossiping, those kind of things, if they choose to be doing that, they're going to go home and heal. They're not going to stay in any kind of reality like that, because the reality is going to be ending. So that's what I've been receiving. But that doesn't mean there won't be an enormous layer cake of different frequencies that we have for this reality that we're in now, and also different versions of Earth, because everybody sees a different version, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's pretty cool perspective too. It's pretty similar. What about you, Pops?
I know my life is great. So,
No, your perspective on
my
that.
my perspective is you're going to, where your energy go. Well, first of all, I always say where my energy goes, money flows in business, because that's the fact. But where where your thoughts are going and where you're putting your energy there. So what are you putting your attention into? That's what you really got to look at. Like me, when I got these downloads and I was like given a divine order that, look, you got to get the guardian system in place, because this is to come in like a freaking avalanche, and you better be ready for it. So what did I do? I worked 25 hours each weekend on top of working 12, 13 hours a day. And I've sent you to a video, and you've seen what I was able to produce that quick. Why? Because I was told to. Because this is accelerating, and it's only going to accelerate more. Put your blinders on. Don't pay attention to all that nonsense in the government, in these world governments, all this nonsense in the bank. Just don't pay attention to it. It's going to come crumbling down. It's all monopoly money. Okay?
A lot of it's lies anyways. Who knows what they're telling is the truth anymore on the mainstream. That's where I am with the news. I watched the news the other day, and I don't remember if it was Honey I messaged or someone else, but I just turned it on for a second, and it was so like depressing. I'm like, oh, now I remember why I don't watch this. This is terrible. It's like the worst Worst show. I don't know how people can watch it, honestly.
I don't either.
Well, I want to say to this comment, son, I agree. I raise my frequency with chocolate. I agree 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Now I want to. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just agreeing with the chocolate. I also raised
I
mine.
love chocolate too.
Yeah,
I just got cacao though, and
Ooh.
now I'm gonna see what I can do with that because it's not processed so much, so there's a lot less like heavy metals, and lecithin isn't really the best thing. Like there's a lot of stuff, but I wanted to just chat about this just for a second. If you need guidance, if you need meditation, if you need breathing techniques or different things like that, we have it all in stepintoyourpower.com. So you can access all of that stuff for free in there.
Yes. Yes. And we are adding stuff. Again, there's lots of beautiful things happening in there. There's folks that are watching us right now that are part of the community. Please, in the comments, not just in the chat, but in the actual comments of the video, let people know. You know, we're not going to tell you what to say, but let them know what's going on. Let them know your experience. Let them know what you feel about what's going on in that community. And like Sister Honey said, we're here to help you and we're here to support you. Back to you, Sister Honey, about the community, and then I'll take that.
Well, I love the community because there's so much in there to access if you need it, and you get to talk to everybody in there. You know, and everybody's in either a positive way or they're looking to become more positive. They're looking for things, you know. So it's been a very positive experience for anybody that I know that's been in there, and I really appreciate it, and I'm glad I'm a part of it. So
I do too. I really, it helps me a lot myself. You wouldn't think us, because we're all partners in it. You know, Dad, it was you really thought of it and came up with it, and then we all got on board. But you know, you wouldn't think that it helps us, but it actually helps me probably more than it does a lot of the other people. I get up every day, at least twice a day, and make sure I look on there and, you know, communicate with people. You can find people in your own area. So then you build friendships, you watch other people's friendships blossom. It's just a really amazing platform. And I'm shocked. We started it. It's almost what now? A year old, Pops?
I will be the first person in the system to complete 365 days. On Saturday. So I will get my crown. Not that I give a crap, but it actually happened in 3 days where the divine downloaded, because I bought the domain back in 2022. It was created in 2020, stepintoyourpower.com. You know the gematria on it. You know the numerology on it. Anybody can run the gematria on it.
We launched it on 3/14. We launched it on Pi Day, Pops.
Well, I opened the system on 3/4. I started working on it on 3/14. Yes.
Which is Pi, guys. For any of you out there that know, FPC code equals 314, first player character code. It's the number of Pi. It's the number of perfection. That's why we launched it on that day. Everything we do in our life, we try to do.
Well, I didn't pick that name, like by numerology, like even.
Well,
like
I did.
Well, no, I'm talking about I bought Step in Your Power. I never picked that
name.
No. Numerology.
I'm talking about the day we soft launched it. The reason why was due to the.
Oh no, March 14th wasn't. Now, Quantum Energy Wellness was November 1st was a reason, but I didn't have a reason for started building the community except that I had a download and that it was time and that I had to get over the llama thing. And bury the llama.
Because of that, Pops, the 3/14 day.
No,
maybe that's a different site. You might be right. We've launched many sites, guys.
Yeah, so. It's you know, it was the download that I got, and it was basically, hey, get over this freaking thing with the llama. You know, he went to the dark side, what Sister Honey calls soul lefting people. I guess people's souls can leave, whatever.
They walk out
and get over it. It's time. Get the account. Get the community up. Work, and then we soft launched it at the end of April. The 1st of May is when we soft launched it. So it's all I know is you look at these comments. You know what I mean? There have been some days, lots of people are enjoying the community, what is it doing? It's helping increase their frequency. What's that going to do for you? Make your life better. That's simple. And when you got these people in here, you got Sister Honey in there, you got my son Tommy in there, you got all these beautiful things. Sister Honey dropping beautiful posts, my son dropping beautiful posts, Sister Nancy dropping beautiful posts, Vaughn. I mean, there's so many beautiful people in there that love. I mean, there's no, by the way, nobody is in there being negative or evil or saying nasty stuff. I will take them down anyways. I'll tell you that. I've taken one foot smeller down, and that was it. So far, out of 8,000 some people, I've taken one foot person who had some kind of weird foot thing down. Okay, but it's love and light. This is the community of light. It's the sanctuary of empowerment. Listen to those two words, right? And embrace it, because that's what you are.
Yes. So another thing that we do is Ascension Mastery, and that is to basically get prepared for Ascension. And it also helps you if you want to prepare to do something that helps other people with Ascension. So we're working on all of that. And it's really been beautiful. And there's a lot of things in there too. So you can go into the Akashic records. You can break those curses, Larry. And you don't need to worry about
I know
carrying
I
anything.
said, I know I did not write that. And
I wrote that.
Oh, that was funny. So that's the thing, guys. If I write something, honey, we're on StreamYard, it'll just show up on all of our YouTubes. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's all interlinked. Somebody got to laugh out of the foot smeller, but yeah, I terminated that individual.
That was my point too, guys. That was my whole point of that we're coming up on a full year, and I didn't get to see the foot smeller, so I didn't see that negativity, thank gosh. And we're coming on a year, and I haven't seen one negative thing except this alleged foot smeller, that convict. But besides him, everybody else was, I mean, just so nice. And you don't see that on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's not the energy they really put out,
Well, look what Sister Nancy's saying, getting ready to create humanitarian projects in the Ascension Mastery. I can tell you that part of this community is about, there'll be millions of people in this community and tens of thousands of conscious communities around the world, all of them self-sufficient, growing their own food, get their own water, and also utilizing these devices we have access to that my son said, oh, Dad, you better not say anything. Well, I'm going to say something that bring the biosphere back thousands of years into the better. Okay. This earth, we're going to be anchoring it all over the place, anchoring the light and forcing that frequency even higher.
Well, you excited context to what you just make it sound like I say, don't use that, Dad. I say that because I love my father and I worry about him, and bringing out something that can change that at that time. This was a while ago. So we were in a different timeline at that time. But at that time, I was scared that they would, take my pops out and not allow that to happen.
They can't touch me.
But now at this time, I'm not as worried about it. Things are changing a little bit. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of craziness still going on. I know, but I choose to ignore a lot of that, the stuff going on over in the Middle East and all that. That's
all just a bunch of noise.
Yeah, and who even knows if it's true?
It's all a bunch of noise. And it's all that I don't care about any of that. I don't let no one talk to me about any of that. Don't come to me. And you want to talk to me about something great, the new earth? You want to be part of building the new earth? Brother Jimmy's here for you. You want to talk to me about any of these politicians, any of these pillars of society that are built on corruption and disgust and all kinds of nastiness we can't even say here because we can't get aired? Don't come to me with that. Don't even talk to me with that. Don't bring that to me. Don't even send me a link to it. I tell everybody that. I don't want any of that in my life. I keep my environment very positive, and everybody needs to be doing that. Sister Honey, explain to folks like this this is very important. This is super acceleration that I'm feeling. We had the fire horse coming on the 17th. We had the Mercury, Mercury retrograde on the 26th, and bunch of different, the moon on the 17th. We had the freaking total eclipse. We have blood moons going on. We got so many signs in the heaven going on right now. And then Pluto is in Aquarius till 2044. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the rest of this year is going to, and not timelines, but what people need to do to prepare for what's going to be happening with the acceleration this year in 2026?
There's going to be like a stampede. The main thing that we need to do is stay grounded. We need to talk to each other. We need to basically feel okay in our nervous system. That's one of the biggest ones. So whatever you can do to do that is really important. And get out in the sun. Do the simple things that take care of you. You don't need to do anything really extreme right now, especially right now, because we're in kind of a wavy time period right now. So this is the year of switchover. This is the year of crumble. And this year goes into the 2027 calendar year. I don't really believe in the 12-month calendar so much. I like the Chinese calendar, or I like the 13-month calendar where
8 days, right?
Yeah.
It starts on the right day and ends on the right day every single month. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
So anyway, I think that 2026 will go into 2027. And in the spring of 2027, it's going to feel like a whole different world. And we're not going to have nearly as much stress. And I think a lot of things are going to happen this year that shift everything. And you're going to feel better this year, but it's still going to feel very intense and very wonky. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, I've been woken up and it always at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, and just a massive download happening. All these images coming in, data coming into my mind, to where then I can't go back to sleep and I have to absorb it all. And at some of those really extreme nights, I can't even do the prayers and meditation that I do, the Tai Chi Gun, because I'm just like still absorbing all of this stuff. The more you higher your frequency, the more all of this stuff, Sister Honey calls fractals, all of this stuff is coming back into you.
Mm-hmm.
You are really going to step into your power like you've never seen before if you truly are doing what's needed to be done in order for it to happen. And we talk about it all the time. So just, do these things for yourself. I'm not letting anybody, I don't care, much as I love my wife, Cindy, I'm not letting her interfere. I told her, no one's getting in my way with my divine purpose. I'm a sovereign being.
Mm-hmm.
I'm made in the image of the divine creator. I have the rights to do what I want to do for myself, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. You all have to understand, when you say no, it's not something that's wrong. It's something that's very sovereign. And if you're letting people step on top of you and you're letting people bring their negative energy, and I'm not saying you are, but you know whether you are or you're not, stop letting that happen. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Mother Earth is very busy. She feels really happy, though, I will say. So, and remember that everything has a soul. So Mother Earth has a soul, Jupiter has a soul, all the planets, all the stars, everything. Everything is consciousness. So it's really good.
Is that your little bell ringing behind there, son? I think I seen your little Tommy Truthful icon laid up there. You must have, you must be in step with your power and you got the notification on or something.
Oh yeah, yep, I am.
Yeah, just mute that tab. See, I know that. I heard that because I hear it all the time. Because I'm in that community probably more than anybody. You know that.
Yeah, that was sorry about that,
but,
guy.
But no, it's all good. It's an exciting time to be alive. Everybody should be very super excited really super excited. And again, just don't pay attention to all this news and all this nonsense. Just leave it alone. Whatever happens, happens. Everything happening for a reason. We're all going to get to the other side of something very beautiful if we stay focused.
Yeah, it's really, really important to stay in your own energetic field. There's a lot of weirdness, like people are waking up dizzy. I know my stomach has not been happy today. Like those kind of things. If you're feeling funky, then know that it's usually going to be the energies, especially if it's something weird. And really just take care of yourself. We're not in any kind of hurry to do any big things right now. We're in Mercury retrograde. We're kind of ruminating and clearing things, but the energy in general is just massive. So
yeah, it's one thing I would say is focus on what you still have to get organized and cleaned up. Focus on it. We were talking about this earlier today, son. Remember on our meeting? Just cleaning up what you're already working on, something that you've already started, and not starting anything else. Just make sure that, again, you're going through your column exercises where you're drawing a line down the paper and you're writing on the header, what it is, like wellness or relationship or business, career, whatever, and what's serving you, what's not, and keep cleaning that up. Don't stop doing that. Take these Mercury retrograde periods really to do your house cleaning in all areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're always doing it. I'm doing it. Lots of people continuously do it.
Well, and literally you can clean your house too, and it will feel really nice. So, and don't get too upset about your electronics not working right. That's important too, because that seems to happen a lot.
Yeah. But that's been going on massively.
That's what it's for. Mercury is the god of transportation and communication. So when Mercury is in retrograde, which it rotates 88 days around the sun, it's heavily connected to Trump too, and which his name equals 88, but it happens 3 times a year. It rotates 88 days around the sun. And when that happens, we have major communication problems. And it just so happens that was the god of communication and transportation. So it's
and it's funny that you mentioned who you mentioned, because back when in 2027 or 2017, yes, when we had the Revelation 12 sign in the skies, I had 4 dreams, and these were dreams that were within the 3D. It was very clear that they were in the 3D and they weren't touching me. None of this stuff was touching me. I was just walking through it with no problem, like nothing, until the last dream that I had. Would anybody like to hear these dreams real quick? It'll take me a couple minutes. Would you like to hear the dreams?
Do it.
You want to hear them? Okay, so the very first one.
And I'm sorry if I said a name I shouldn't have, Dad. I didn't.
Oh no, it's just the teaster.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The teaster, but so the very first dream was that I was on the East Coast, and a giant tsunami came, and it was so high that it was filling up the entire high skyscrapers, and cars were floating around and everything, and I was just walking. I was still breathing. I was walking. It was cool. So the next dream I have, I'm on the West Coast, and I'm with Ray Grimm and Darren Grimm and my wife Cindy and myself, and we're in the back seat of the car, and we're going to have lunch in what is it? Not Santo Domingo. I'm thinking of Dominican Republic, but not San Francisco either. San Diego. We're going to have lunch, and all of a sudden we're driving down to the beach, and all I see is a giant wave of water, so high it's blocking out the sky. Comes down underwater. I'm fine. Nothing's happening. The next dream is I'm walking around and there's a giant red planet in the sky with black lines, and everything is melting. Everything is melting. Okay? Everything is melting. Tires are popping. Everything's melting. I'm walking around like I'm in air conditioning. And the fourth dream I have is with Mr. T. And we're in the White House. And whether the roof was blown off or it was transparent, all hell was breaking loose. We all have, and what I'm going to say by this, so you understand, and I hope you all do, don't look for any type of savior figure in humanity, because there is none.
No.
Okay. And remember this, everybody serves a purpose. I'm very clear on my purpose. Sister Honey's very clear on her purpose. My son's clear on his purpose. The T-Man still ain't even clear on his purpose, but I truly know his purpose. And his purpose is to destroy these corrupt pillars. He's going to be part of that. He's not the only part of that, but he is a part of that. The falling of the old systems are going to happen under his watch, pretty much. It's already started. Okay, which is great. And why would I be in the Oval Office on the floor with him, by the way, looking up at all this freaking mass chaos going on? So, other people call him, the savior. Other people call him the bull in the china shop. Other people call him all kinds of different things. But at the end of the day, don't look outside for any type of saving grace for you. Look inside yourself and the divine creator that you're connected to, that you're in, and it's in you, and you got all you need. You don't need the T-Man. You don't need any of these people.
That's very true, Pops. Could I share something with you guys real quick? A cool synchronicity.
Go ahead, man.
You was talking about the T-Man. I wanted to show, and this just is like show, because he was born in 1946 with the blood moon over Jerusalem, the T-Man. And I found this so interesting because that was the year that these two gentlemen were elected to Congress. The one in 1846 and the other in 1946, the year T-Man was born. And they were both elected president, one in 1860, one in 1960. Then their successors were both Johnson. If that don't show you we live in some type of simulation, I don't know what will. But T-Man is connected to that 46 one because that was the year he was born. Remember, honey? I just want to show. I made that. Actually, did really
Looks
good.
Nice. Looks nice.
Yeah. Let me stop.
Nice.
Share.
But again, I don't wish anybody any harm. I love people unconditionally. I don't, if you're doing evil, you're part of the dark. I want nothing to do with you. But T-Man is T-Man, and he's going to do what T-Man does, and all these other people are going to do what they do. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to us. I mean, Sister Honey, the current government that we have around the world is going to help take down the corrupt system, isn't it? Pretty much that's what's happening right in front of our face every single day.
That is what's happening, and it's a literal movie at this point. So
100%.
Yeah, a literal movie. And those three people, the T-Man, as you call him, and the other two, they're all related. And
get out of here. Are they for real?
Yeah. So we'll have that talk later. It's very big.
Yeah, we got to talk now.
Yeah, not on this. We'll do
it privately.
So yeah, and I've done a lot of shows about that. But so think about how you want to feel, what kind of life you want to create for yourself, and focus on that, because what's happening is the power is being returned to the people right now. And it's going to look crazy. And people are not going to look perfect, and they're not supposed to. Whatever can be disclosed will be disclosed with whoever is best to disclose it to the largest amount of people. So keep all that stuff in mind. And just let it wash over you. I mean, those huge waves that you were seeing in your dream, those are consciousness slamming into everybody. That's important to know what a dream actually is. Water is consciousness in dreams.
Intuition,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to know.
That was basically forced on people. You know, Jimmy was fine. He wasn't bothered by it, but
Right.
No, everybody else was in chaos. I mean,
Yeah.
in literal chaos. And I was walking around like I was on a Sunday picnic with no problem. It was interesting.
Mhm.
But it still touched you, so it still gave you that intuition, because water is always seen as that higher consciousness, intuition. It's the same as the moon energy. That's why the moon is represented by the blue, which is water, which is Isis, and then the sun energy is that masculine. It's represented by Ra, and it's that fire energy. We actually have
Mhm.
most people. Me and Dad were talking the other day about elements, and most people only know we got the 4 elements, right? Air, earth, water, fire. But there's the 5 elements.
There's 5.
There's the 5th element, which is ether. And they
Mhm.
try that's the 5th element, what people try to hide from us, you know. Oh, wow, how'd that do that again when I
Yeah,
turned
son, you turn that freaking noise off, please.
I got turned it off.
Don't have your father chastise you in front of all these people here, man.
Oh, I already got heat.
I'm joking. They all know that anyway.
Yeah, they already made fun of me.
But you know, it's so important again that I seen somebody in here talking about they don't have time for a community. You are not right. You do. You know, no one works as much as me that's on this call right now. Please tell me that you do, because go ask my wife, Cindy. You know, I work 25, 26 hours over the weekend. Okay. I'm working 12, 13, 14 hours a day for the divine to do his will and purpose. If I've got time, anybody's got time. Anybody's got time. And you always got to have time to do what's good for yourself. So make that time. Even with all those hours I'm working, I'm still walking and I'm still going to the beach.
Mhm.
Okay. So don't let time be an excuse for you not to do what you need to do to step into your power, because it's really, really important. Before, I know we're going to talk about some other things here. I want to first talk about what you see us wearing, the Bodyline band. Bodyline is a company that I'm involved in. It's also the main sponsor of the free community. It takes care of us. It's energy wellness on at the highest level. You know, whether it is EMF protection with the discs and the strips, and the band's got over 300 frequencies in it, helps protect you from all of this frequency craziness going on. Sleep patches, the relief, any kind of aches and stuff. You got to be careful what you say, because like we got the word police out there. But you know, all kinds of good stuff to help people. So we always like to talk about it for a brief minute or so and let you know that they are the sponsor, and also I'm part of that company, and they're the sponsor of the free community, and they've helped a lot. Between myself and this company here, we are the ones that, you know, have been putting the core system together. So it's exciting. Go over there, and if you feel some love to support us, please
the link
go to
is in the description, and on that QR code right there, guys. The link is in the description and on the QR code there. And the same thing for Step Into Your Power. There's the QR code for Step Into Your Power, and it's free. The only thing you got to put in is your email. You at least owe it to yourself to go check it out. And I guarantee you end up staying. So, 369, I love that number. But
on Step Into Your Power.
Both of them are in the QR codes there and in the description. And don't forget too to smash that like button and hit the bell and hit all notifications on all the platforms. That way you guys get notified when we do these lives for you guys several times a month.
Yeah, and we've got a lot going on. I just want to kind of say what is happening, and then we're going to go in. We got some more things we got to do here in the next 10 minutes. But, you know, the first of the month, always on the first of the month, on the Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our Ascension Mastery. So if you're already a member of the free community, or you're not, and you want to become part of Ascension Mastery, we have that on every first week of every month on Wednesday. Then that same week, we have an episode of Step Into Your Power. So that first week, we have the Step Into Your Power episode. We have the Ascension Mastery. The second week, we have The Portal is Open. That's what this is, the second week. And then the third week, we have an episode Ascension Mastery Mastermind, and Collective Prayers, which is for the community. So private membership with Ascension Mastery Mastermind, community, only community for the Collective Prayers, and of course, episodes opened up to everybody. And then the last week of the month, we have what's called the Energy Body Reset. We look at what's going on and how we can help you reset your energy. Make sure that you are doing what you need to do to thrive through this, because Sister Honey told you just a few minutes ago, or a little bit longer than that, lots of people dying. So you're going to thrive, you're going to survive, or you're going to die. You know, those three choices. So I would prefer to survive. What do you all want to do? Put it, you don't have to put a 1 or 2 or a 3, but put the word in the comment. What are you going to do during this transformation like we've never seen before on planet Earth? Are you going to thrive, survive, or die? Let us know in the comments below. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, thrive. Thrive is the biggest thing, you guys. So just really, I don't know what else to say except to expect some intensity and to take care of yourself during this time and to be excited. Really, I'm so excited. Every time I see something that is progress, and it's progress in the crumble or it's progress in the rebuild, whatever it is, I get excited about it. And I'm excited for change. And I think we've been afraid of change for a long time, and we really don't need to be afraid of change. It's time for so much change to happen, and it starts with us.
Yeah, it does. And understand something. I was seeing somebody, Sister Deborah was saying the relief patches help her. And there's 5 or 6,000 5-star reviews. And the pain patches, relief patches are the number one. Sometimes the best things will not help somebody because their mind won't let it help them.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to remember that if it helps you, but it didn't help your husband, a lot of times what it is it's the mindset, because we are the med bed. You know, eventually we'll need none of this stuff. None of it.
Eventually. We're in a big, huge transition. And some of those things will happen very fast. And some of those things will take a very long time. I mean, if you're going to walk through a portal and that's how you're going to travel and you're just going to open it up on your own, you're just going to walk through it and end up in another country, that's something that may take some people a very long time. And then there's other things that we're going to get right away, you know, so just be excited.
Yeah, see here. Yeah, that works. It does work. It does work.
I know
it works because I use it. I know it works because my wife uses it. And it's the latest, greatest energy wellness technology that's in existence in a patch form. So exciting times. But again, eventually we won't need any of this stuff. You know, when we get to that point where.
Well, Deborah said it worked great for her and her husband. Now, listen, I'm a big guy, right, guys? I'm about 314 pounds, 6'4". So if I was going to go to the doctor, they would give me more than they would another person. So you got to take that into consideration too with the frequency. You know, just because he might be, I don't know his size or nothing, but that could have played a role in it as well.
Yeah, sometimes you might need 2 or so, but that's all good. Listen, what works for some doesn't work for other, and it's all okay. All okay. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, take care of yourself, love yourself, and make sure that you're working on yourself like you've never done before. Let's show all these beautiful comments coming in. Look at this.
Are we going to play
more pain patches for me? Yeah. Hold on 1 second. What'd you say, son?
Are we going to play him the song at the end?
Okay, yeah. So, son, do you have that song ready?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
Okay, well, I mean, you know, I can put it up. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, if you can cue it up, that would be awesome.
Do that.
Excited is happy, you guys. It's happy that things are changing. I've been asked what does excited look like for me twice, and it looks like happiness that things are shifting and changing. I am excited. Yeah.
I like this person, Carrie. Yeah. Is she your friend?
Yeah, she's
She's I can
hilarious.
tell she's funny, and I've never talked to her personally, but just through her messages and stuff, I like her.
Yep.
I think I might have decoded her too, actually.
Well, I'm gonna listen. Everybody ready to listen to this song? Will it play?
Yep.
Yes, sir. It will play.
I felt it in my spirit before I knew the words. A quiet kind of calling only heaven heard. Like I was marked by a light I could not see, but it was always breathing life through me. Try to fit in, try to lay low, but there was fire in my bones I would not let go. Then I read the truth and it opened my eyes. Ephesians 6:12 made me realize we wrestle now with flesh and blood, but powers moving in the unseen flood. Principalities in hidden places, spiritual warfare in higher spaces. It's not what you see, it's what you feel. A battle in realms that are very real. On the astral plane where shadows move, trying to pull us out of our truth. But when we rise in harmony and lift our frequency, darkness has to flee. 144,000 called, chosen by the Most High, standing tall. We shine so bright they cannot stay. Low vibrations fade away. This is honor, this is power, this is our appointed hour. We were born to build a new earth. 144,000 know your worth. Yeah. Being chosen is not a crown, it's responsibility when the world falls down. Great power means we serve with love, guided by the Spirit from above. We came to awaken the sleeping hearts, break the hypnosis, tear lies apart. They use the screens and the sound and the fame to keep the masses small and tame. But once that spell begins to break, you feel your soul start to wake. You take your energy back again, no longer feeding a broken system. We teach you how to guard your mind, how to leave that fear behind, how to raise your tone so high no falling force can come nearby. When lower entities reach for light, they dissolve in the presence of what is right. Because when the elect stay aligned, darkness cannot cross that line. So lift your hands, purify thought, remember the truth you were always taught. You are not weak, you are not small, there is a reason you feel this call. 144,000 rise, fire of heaven in your eyes. We do not fight with hate or fear, our frequency makes the pathway clear. This is honor, this is power, this is our appointed hour. We were born to heal the earth. 144,000 know your worth. If you feel that stirring deep, like your soul can never sleep, like you were sent for such a time to help humanity realize we are building something higher, a global wave of holy fire. Fire, come awaken, take your vow. Yeah. Join the highest vibrational spiritual community in the world. Yeah. Step into your power.com. 144,000 strong. Yeah. This is where you belong. Step into your power.com. 144,000 strong. This is where you belong. Step into your power.com.
Now I want to say something, brothers and sisters. Let me know in the comments, did that stir your soul? Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Because that's what we're all doing here. So if you're ever feeling down, just go on over and listen to that song on YouTube or come into the community and hit the music there. There's more going up there. Yeah, spread this video far and wide and let people listen to that song. Listen to it again. It's also on the YouTube channel by itself, and really, really, really soak in those words and
Thank
soak
you.
in that energy.
I appreciate that. I that's the one that I woke up and wrote, right, Pops?
Yeah, you're going to have, I already told you, son, what the divine told me. That's part of your mission of messaging through music to bring more people to the community. So we all do our part. You know, brother Jimmy builds systems. Brother Jimmy's the builder. I'm the architect. This is what I've done in many, many lifetimes, over
Can
and
I tell
over
them
again and again.
something about the song real quick?
Sure.
When I laid the beat to this one, guys, I wanted to test something new. So usually I'm tuning them at 432 hertz, or I played with 528 hertz. But this time I went with a more grounding one, 144 hertz, because it fit the song, right? And if you heard about it, it's not bragging about being one of the elect. It's a responsibility and a burden to hold that crown if you're listening to the lyrics. So it's not, I just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, and it's not 144,000 is a metaphor.
Yeah,
it's way more than that. It's a metaphor. It's
right.
way more than that. Okay.
It's a frequency. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a frequency. You know,
more frequency than, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful song. I hope you all enjoyed it. You know, shout out to my son for doing that. He's going to do many more, and when we're going to be, please, you know, put it out there. Spread these videos out there. Let's fill up our buckets of positive energy for overflowing and helping people by spreading this word, getting it out to people that need it. So many people need it. Sister Honey, why don't you close this up today?
Okay, so let's just think about how we want to feel over this year and call that in. So I just invite you to just take 60 seconds as we close this up and really think about what it is that you want and what you're creating in your own beautiful world. And when you do that, it just spreads out to everybody. We love you guys.
Love you all very much.
Guys.
Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.
Bye.